On July 4th, 1995, college classmates and long friends Dick Adey and Mac Lynn were reflecting on their passion for spreading the gospel when the idea for Nations University was born. The initial vision was to enlist volunteers who would travel throughout the world at their own expense to conduct seminars and short courses in religious studies. Marty Lynn was already on the ground in Egypt, getting to know students who were studying World English Institute material. In the months following the birth of this idea, Dick and Mac conducted short courses in a few international locations. As the activity continued to increase, so did interest in degree programs. The organization was established in Louisiana in 1996 as Nations University and was registered with the U.S. government and granted tax-exempt status in 1998. The very first student to enroll in NU was an Egyptian who had been studying World English Institute materials. After completing all of the courses available and asking for more, Marty confronted Mac. His response was, "Wait till the weekend and we'll write something." The result was the first course prepared for Nations University. This Egyptian diplomat was the first student at Nations University. Since its humble beginnings, NU has grown into a modern university. NU provides a virtual academic platform that is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The only requirement for students is that they have access to the internet. Nations University is managed by a board of regents who guide the school and lead about 30 volunteer professors, 5 advisors to the students, and 9 administrators. The faculty and staff are involved daily with the student, plus an additional number of volunteers who serve as proctors inside prisons. Because NU owns no buildings and pays no faculty, it has been able to offer services throughout the world at a low cost. Students are able to receive a quality education while staying in their home. The curriculum leaves behind denominational trappings and historical interpretations and speaks directly from Scripture. Only students residing in the top 35 developed countries pay a modest tuition. For others, the only cost is internet access and a computer. All textbooks are made available to every student for download in our online library. Nations University utilizes a robust and reliable e-learning system capable of handling thousands of students and coping with attempts to block the website by governments hostile to Christianity. Since our beginning, over 30,000 students have registered for studies. They represent over 150 nations, and because of free translation software, they can study in their own language. What do a Zimbabwean police sergeant, a U.S. nuclear scientist, a Vietnamese business developer, and a French librarian all have in common? They all have degrees from Nations University. The average age of our students is 35, and many of them are already employed as doctors, engineers, lawyers, nurses, teachers, farmers, and truck drivers, but are seeking additional insight into Scripture to help them in their ministry. Since many of them are serving in ministry already, NU offers them an in-depth study of Scripture that they have always desired but have not had the opportunity to pursue in a formal academic setting. Some students are atheists and find the NU platform a non-threatening approach to inquiry. Others were born into Islam or Buddhism and want to discover more about Christianity. Our students can be divided into 2 main categories of individuals who are learning on their own time and at their own pace through the internet, and the prison students who study by correspondence. One significant source of students is the Gospel Chariot Missions in South Africa. Through this ministry, more than 1,000 searchers have enrolled with NU. Another ministry inside Iran takes great risk to bring eager searchers to his apartment, where he trains them to use the NU website to access materials and take exams. Prisoners, many behind bars, are all but forgotten. But those who hunger for an in-depth study of Scripture find an open mind to be an open door to a better life. According to one prison proctor, NU students are respected in the community of the incarcerated and are the leaders of the spiritual gatherings. Students are serviced by chaplains who download material from the NU website or are mailed courses and tests to distribute to the inmate student. Exams are sent back to NU by email, fax, or put in an envelope and sent by postal mail. NU exists to serve the poor, the disadvantaged, and the incarcerated, to offer them the bread of life. NU serves students who truly have no other opportunity to study at the university level. Today, it is possible to respond to the call of Jesus and take the gospel into the entire world without leaving the comforts of home. Nations University is doing just that with its electronic platform. NU aims to raise and develop new generations of leaders around the world by providing high-quality Bible instruction that leads to faith development. These newly trained leaders establish missions, churches, and schools. They influence their respective nations at every level of society, developing leaders in a closed nation who then lead others in a more culturally relevant manner creates a ripple effect whereby thousands are coming to know Christ in free nations and inside closed nations without a direct American presence. Nations University is celebrating 25 years of excellence in education and wants you to participate in equipping Christian leaders throughout the world by partnering with Nations University, and you can begin today. Help lay the foundation for the next 25 years. Go to nationsu.edu and learn how you can partner with Nations University and change your world.